Right, my name is David Smith. I'm 88 years old. I've lived in Marple for the last 50 years, and I was born in Gillingham in Kent in 1930. The Germans had taken over France, so it was decided to reallocate the school to South Wales. Now that was a very long way, and my parents said, "We'll never see you until the end of the war. We can't afford the time or the money to go all the way to South Wales." The aunt who lived in Shepperton, which is about 20 miles the other side of London, Middlesex, said, "Oh well, I'll take him." So I went to live with my aunt for the next 2 years of the war. So in 1939, on the Saturday before war was declared, we all assembled at school. I was a 9-year-old then, and we walked down to the station, and we caught the train. We all got on the train. We had our gas masks. Our gas mask was in a cardboard box. It was supplied to us in a cardboard box with a string, and you just had it round over your shoulder. And our label to say who we were, and a little case with all our belongings in. We'd no idea where we were going, none whatsoever. We could have been going to Timbuktu as far as we knew. Anyway, we ended up at Herne Bay, which of course I knew very well from going on holiday there. The one day I do remember at the beginning of the war, this was when I was evacuated with my aunt. I used to walk home for lunch and back to school, and one afternoon I was walking back to school I'd gone past all the houses, and I was going past these fields, open fields, and I heard some gunfire in the distance, and I looked across, and it was about just over a mile away. I watched as a whole squadron of German bombers, Heinkel 111s, suddenly, of course, they dropped all their bombs on the Vickers aircraft factory. Totally, it was lunchtime, so nobody was expecting anything. A lot of people were outside, a lot of people were injured and killed because they got some good direct hits. You know, they couldn't miss. It was daylight. There it is. Right, let go. There's the factory, which would be quite big, and they just turned round. And went off. So within 2 minutes, the whole lot was over. This morning, I was woken at daybreak. Aircraft, lots of aircraft going overhead, quite low. And I thought, what on earth going on? So I'm out of bed, and so I opened the sash window, and I leaned right out, and I looked up. Very low cloud, very strong wind, so the cloud was going across very fast, but very low, and I could hear all these aircraft up in the cloud or above the cloud. All of a sudden there was a great crump, and of course I thought something's collided, because that was the only excuse there was, and all of a sudden over there I saw an aircraft spin out of the cloud and go straight down into the ground, and a great big explosion, and then I was watching that, and out of the corner of my eye I was aware that another one came out of the cloud, another marauder, but it disappeared behind the trees. It brought it home to me that it really was war, because that day 14 young Americans died in the battle for peace in Europe.